Well, James, congratulations and welcome to the third round of the Scottish Cup.
Yeah, it's good. I think the players deserve it. Just trying to remind ourselves there, it is the third round. It seems like the fourth, because normally that would be the stage where the big guns go in. So the boys deserve a lot of credit today for the way they played and their application to the game.
I mean, is it always going to be difficult when you came here 8 weeks ago? You beat a good Airdrie team in the Betfred Cup. You come up against them in the Scottish. They're bound to be looking for a bit of revenge.
I think that's it. I think every dog has their day. You can beat a team in the league above you on odd occasion. I thought they dominated the game against us the last time with the ball. I thought we were defensively well organised, but you can see Airdrie today. They've had good results recently, and Murray's done well with them. Stuart Miller's done great in helping Ian. You can see they're an organised team. They're a good football team. And for us, we had to have everything go our way that we had the last time. We had to work hard, play maybe a wee bit better with the ball. I thought the first half we were probably the better team, to be fair, and I thought Airdrie were maybe better in the second half, but Callum didn't have a lot to do in goals. Their goalkeeper never had a lot to do either, but what he did have to do, he didn't make the save, and Uzi scores a goal that wins us the game. So really pleased with him to, as you say, to come back and so soon. Normally, you go and cause an upset. Next time you go back, you get done 4 or 5, and it's a sore one for you, but the boys come and done it again, so loads of credit to them.
I was reading in the papers your interview there where you say, when you're in the Scottish Cup and you're up against a team from a higher league, you need maybe a bit of luck, all your players playing well, and maybe the team that you're playing against playing not so well, but to be fair, that wasn't the case today.
No, I think
it was a solid Edinburgh City performance.
It was, and I think over the last 2 or 3 years we've had a lot of those performances against teams that have so-called better than us. We just have to try and get out of this league somehow and play these teams more often, but I think it was a typical one of our best performances over the years. The games that we've had, this was exactly the same. We were organised, we were dogged, we worked hard, but we played some decent stuff as well, and we put them under a wee bit of pressure, made them defend. It wasn't like as if it was backs to the wall for us. I don't think we were lucky today. I thought we deserved to win.
Yeah, and again, only from my perspective, I felt that there was an element of indiscipline from Airdrie in terms of whether it was maybe on the park or off the park. But there were certain players there that I felt just their heads weren't in the game, and they were finding it difficult to play against Edinburgh City.
Maybe, it's not really my concern, to be fair. I was just concentrating on our players. I thought our players were discipline was good. There were 1 or 2 challenges going in there. You'd expect that. It's a cup tie. You'd expect 1 or 2 bookings. And maybe got feisty for a couple of moments, and obviously a couple of cards handed out to their bench. Nothing I can do about that. You ask the referee about that, but you're just trying to stay focused on your own team and the game, and I think that's what I done today, and I think the players concentrated on their job and got it done.
Yeah, and to be fair, once the first half was finished, both teams were maybe matching each other up to a point, but Did you tell the guys to expect something different in the second half? Because maybe the first 10-15 minutes Airdrie did build up a bit of momentum. Yeah,
we knew they were going to come at us and start attacking a wee bit more or get a hold of the game. They knew they were going to get a spell, more than a spell in the game, and that happened. I was toying whether to put Conrad on a wee bit earlier. I didn't want us to get too deep and just have to defend our box for too long, but I knew there was a point where maybe he had to come on, and lucky for us, I don't think he really had anything to do at that stage, but I think we got all the boxes ticked today in terms of a performance or work rate, and tactically spot on.
Yeah, from our position, when there's not any crowds, we can sometimes maybe hear some of your shouts of encouragement to the Edinburgh City players, but I think Uzi's ears were maybe bleeding a bit in the first half in terms of where you wanted him to be and where he was, but he obviously taken your words on and was there for Thompson's fantastic corner to head it in.
Yeah, I think it's really difficult, and what a lot of people don't see is sometimes your preparation for the game. I've not seen Uzi for 2 weeks. He's not been in and about the club. So when we shaped the team up and tactically on Thursday, he wasn't even at training and he wasn't going to be starting. So it's a bit of a fairy tale story for him. So you're trying to get a lot of information into him in the hour before the game, and obviously in the first half, as you heard me, sort of getting on him to do things, and got the tactics board out at half time and showed him exactly what we wanted. And again, I think he took it on board. He had moments of the game where he was untidy, and that's Uzi, but I thought he worked really hard and he got us up the pitch a few times, and he was a threat to them today, and his goal rounded off a good day for him.
Yeah, and personally for you, I guess, you've tactically mastered another victory against a top 4 team in League One. You've got to be personally pleased with that as well, and your backroom staff.
Yeah, I've not really had time to think about that. I think it's just been, giving the players the pats on their back and keeping them grounded. There's no music blaring or people bouncing over there. That they're happy with what they've done. Just reminded them that we need to now take it into the league and have the next 9 games in the league. We've got to pick up more points than we did at the start. We know that the league's really tough this year. There's a lot of good teams, and I think we're maybe not where we want to be. So I've not really had time to reflect on, how it went from my point of view. But just as you say that, I think it worked a treat for what we had prepared and the way the game played out and the changes as well.
Yeah, 8 weeks ago we spoke about Callum Mantell being man of the match, fantastic saves. He's not had a shot to save at all during the game. And from that point of view, the defence has been good. The midfield have been very difficult to go against. They've done their bit. Again, a good week's preparation for this result. Yeah, definitely.
I think we defended from the front today. That's a lot of the shouting I was saying to Uzi in the first half is his position when they were starting attacks, and then you had the 3 in the middle, Black, Brown and Laird, Energy and Josh Campbell and Rafa up and down the side. So a lot of them had a good part to play in how well we were defensively. And I think you're right. I don't think Callum had a lot to do, but I think his performance was still good. I thought he kicked the ball well, punched a couple, took a clatter in his own box. Maybe once he maybe a wee bit untidy with a kick if I can think of something, but without making too many saves, I thought he still played well.
A lot of people think a League 2 team getting out a League 1 team, Scottish Cup, shock, exit, etc. I wouldn't put it down to that type of performance today. Yeah,
I think we've got a lot of players that could probably play at a wee bit higher level. We just need to get there as a team. I think Airdrie are a big club. I think some people forget that. Big fan base, good club. When I was growing up, Premier League regular. So for us to come here and compete with a team like that twice now is great credit to everybody at the club.
Thoughts for the third round? You know the draw. You knew the draw before the game was played.
Yeah, just trying to ignore it and just make sure we're in. Again, it's a team league above us, away from home again. So we'll just take it as it comes. We've now got to just get today over with and look forward to Elgin next week. Get something out of that game and then think about the cup again after that.
Congratulations, James. Great victory.
Cheers, thanks.
Thank you.